not guarantee the accuracy of any of the information aired on the following program. These are the people, the movers and the shakers, the businesses.
I can put on the tap dancing shoes. Here we go. Showtime.
Pittsburgh Works on the voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio 1020.
Always an honor to have Lauren Klein, Coldwell Banker, Murraysville, and her incredibly talented husband, who right now is streaming this program live on Facebook. He is Chris Klein, the man behind Pittsburgh Beautiful. You know, spring market underway, and just about anybody that writes about real estate in Pittsburgh talks about it. Whenever real estate is trending, they will tell you that it's been an incredible spring market. So you know what, folks, let's keep it going. It's all about you and that client-customer relationship. She does it better, I believe, than anyone else. You have an opportunity to get some free real estate advice. And you know, a lot of people are always wondering, does the sunroof hurt or help? Does the pool hurt or help? The 2-stall, should it be 3-stall? Or will a 1-stall garage work? You know, things, those add-ons, help or hurt, and things that you're curious about your house as far as the resale value. So why don't you get on the phone and give us a call and talk about your house, and if you're thinking of selling it, maybe some of the things about your house that you're kind of scratching your head, wondering if it will hurt or help your house. You've got the expert. So anything in the way of real estate, we'd love to hear from you. All of our lines are open, 866-391-1020. Dollar Bank Instant Access, KDKARadio.com, and you can text me on the Right Automotive line, the best deal in town. Ladies and gentlemen, from this is your Pittsburgh property diva, Lauren Klein. Good morning.
Good morning. Such a pleasure to be here. I missed you last week.
We missed you.
Yeah. So spring market is in full swing. I'm surprised that it's actually still going on like it is right now.
Right.
Super exciting. Listings are going up and selling over full price. I was at an event the other night for real estate agents out at Armina Stone, where they have this like huge stone factory for granite and all kinds of stone products for your kitchens and bathrooms. But he and I were talking, and he said he sold a listing the other day, one day on the market, for $75,000 over list price. Multiple offers. That's huge. I've never had that happen, but
it's early.
It's early, but that was crazy. But you know what? Crazy good.
Listen, I'm always checking and seeing what's happening as far as real estate, because you being here every week, we really feel honored to have you here. So I want to know a little bit what I'm talking about. And what I have noticed, homes in parts of Beaver County traditionally are at least $50,000 higher than normal right now. I'm telling you, from Beaver Falls to Chippewa to New Brighton to Monaca, prices on houses that I know in that same block, that same neighborhood, 5 years ago, $50,000 less. I'm telling you, if you want to sell your house, not just I'm talking Beaver County, but right now,
sell it now.
Yep.
Yes. Well, I think that that's true for Allegheny County, portions of Westmoreland County. Because there's so many great things going on here, and I really have my fingers crossed Amazon's coming. So is everybody else.
Me too.
But there are so many. We have the best hospitals, our universities, Google, all of these tech companies coming into Pittsburgh because it is such a cool city, and the cost of living is lower than it is in other parts of the country.
And I don't think people are selling to get out of Dodge. I think they want to, you know, get resale value and then basically move up or add on as far as their lifestyle is concerned. They want to stay in the region, and right now selling and buying, it's a win-win.
It is absolutely a win-win. The interest rates they're still pretty steady and on the low side in the mid-4s. And that changes every day, but it's really a good time to get out there and either sell a house or buy a house. Now, if you're buying a house, you're going to need to go in realistically and know that you may be in a multiple offer situation. So you want to make sure you have an agent who knows how to deal with that. Well, you know, we get a multiple offer notification. I give them out on my listings. I tend to do it a really fair way, that I want to give everybody a fair shot to get in there and give me their highest and best offer. Now, highest and best offer could be, you know, 20 different ways, and it's not always about how much money, it's also about the terms of the contract. So are they waiving home inspections, which I don't recommend?
No.
But some people will do it. They want a house really bad. They'll say, I'll just take it the way it is, and I want to put down a lot of hand money. I want an escalation clause. I'm willing to go up this far over list price. And you need an agent to guide you through that process when you are in a multiple offer situation, because it can get real competitive.
Let me tell you why everybody should try this, and I've been doing this of late, and this is why I'm not a real estate professional, and this is a good example of why you need to hire Lauren Klein. You see all the listings on Facebook, so what I do, this is how I amuse myself because I have no life. I go, this house is going to cost, and then I click on it.
Yeah.
I can't believe how wrong I've been. Out of 10 houses, I didn't get one right, not
Have
even
you been
close.
on the low side or the high side?
Low side.
On the low side. Okay, so you're undervaluing
Yeah,
it.
and then right now that tells me I'll never be a real estate professional, and you need to hire. I said to myself, if I was going in to make a bid, they would have laughed themselves to death, okay? You need a real estate professional. If you don't believe me, just try what I told you that I've been doing, and you'll understand why what you do is so important.
Well, I try to be really comprehensive when I'm listing a house, looking at the comps, looking at the condition of the house, the location, the yard, the updates. All of those things come into play. And when you price a property properly and you position it based on the location, the condition, and, you know, in the updates, when you price it properly, it will sell very quickly for full price or close to it. When you overprice it, it's going to sit. If you underprice it, then you're going to be in a really big bidding war with other people who want that house because it's underpriced.
All right, listen, we're getting calls, and we want to hear from you because that's what she does. But if you want to call her directly, 412-628-8286, Pittsburgh Property Diva, Lauren Klein, Coldwell Banker, Murraysville. You want to know about pricing. You want to know about location, buyer, seller market, what you're looking to do, maybe some of these add-ons, if they're going to help or hurt you. Call us, 866-391-1020. All of our lines are open. Dollar Bank Instant Access, KDKRadio.com, or you can text me on the right automotive line. Stay with us. Good morning.
Unless you move it closer.
I can do it from right here. I've done it before.
But I mean everywhere.
Yeah. These ones are good.
But you got
You just want me to, Chris?
Because when you play together,
Chris. Rob.
I got it. No, I got it.
okay, I'll set it up.
I got it. Thank you. We're all out of sorts today.
How are you guys? I'm actually in sorts. What's that?
I'm
That's kind
actually,
of weird.
you know what? I'm in sorts today too.
I feel okay. I mean, I'm good. It's all good.
I had a terrible night's sleep last night.
I went to bed at 11:45 and got up at 1:30.
Oh geez, that's not enough sleep.
I know. I'll get some today.
That's not healthy.
You know, I've been trying for 30 years. I just can't go to bed early on the weekends. Now, I'll be with my kids tomorrow night, so I'll be good. When they're there, it's different. You know what I mean?
Now, when you go, do you take them out? Do you
Oh, listen, my kids, I don't. Listen, I take them outside, bikes, shoot baskets,
Okay.
dinner, and then I just let them veg too.
Okay.
Because I'm dead.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know?
dead.
And I get to stay in my old house, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. And
I get to look at my trains and go, why did you leave?
So prom was yesterday too for your daughter?
Yeah, my sweet baby.
Yeah. Our
She looks just like her mom.
My girl.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it was so sweet. So sweet.
But you know what though? How innocent these kids are.
Yeah.
My daughter doesn't do none of this, none of that.
Good.
I know.
Good.
You know, all I know is she'd have never been my baby.
Well, we were talking last night about how naughty we were when it was time for us to go to prom. Oh my God, we were so bad.
You both were like
Whew.
angels
Yeah.
compared to me. Oh,
We were naughty.
terrible.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I think I hate to say it, but I think Catholic school kind of keeps a lot of that in
Is your
check.
daughter go to Catholic school? Yeah. Yeah, Julia, she's...
This is Pittsburgh Works on the voice of Pittsburgh.
All right, back, Lauren Klein. Before we talk to Michael in South Fayette, you know, one of the things that blows me away, we were talking to Summer over an hour earlier today about having a pool and insurance. I still can't believe that a pool actually can hurt you in some cases, selling your house. I mean, to me, that's mind-boggling, because when I was growing up as a kid, even if somebody had one of them little inflatable pools, that was a big deal.
Well, let me tell you, I don't want a pool. They're a lot of work. They're
Yeah, I know.
expensive to maintain. And I find when I have buyers, they either love pools or they hate pools. There's hardly an in-between.
Right.
So, you know, sometimes people say, I want a house with a pool. Okay, well then I'm only going to pull houses that have pools for you. But most people
Do you
don't
think
want
it's
a pool.
more a status thing than actually wanting to have a pool to actually swim in it?
No, I think people who grew up with pools and who like pools
There you go.
really like pools.
Okay.
Okay, they like to swim, they like to have parties, they like to have company over, their kids like to swim, everybody likes to swim. Not me. I could leave a pool. I don't want a house with a pool.
Nah, well,
No.
not the way you guys work.
No, I don't even like to swim. When I'm going on vacation, I don't want to go to a pool. I want to go in the ocean.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. All right, let's go to Michael. South Fayette. Michael, welcome to KDKA Radio. You're on the air with the Pittsburgh Property Diva. Good morning.
Good morning, folks. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good.
Hey, I've got a real estate question for you. About 10 years ago, we formed an LLC for a farm property, a little over 21 acres. There are 4 owners currently.
Okay.
We're currently under contract with a realtor and an auction house to auction off the contents of the house, farm equipment, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Just recently, 2 of the owners, about 3 days apart, put in their put options for the LLC to have the other owners buy them out.
Oh.
My question is, the other 2 owners do not have the available funds, nor do they want to buy out the other 2 owners. But my question is, does the real estate contract and the auction house contract supersede the put options that 2 of the owners put in after they signed the real estate contract?
I would say yes, your contract supersedes any decisions made thereafter about what your partners are doing with each other. But I would call a real estate lawyer just to be on the safe side.
Marty Gefsky. Marty
Marty
Gefsky.
Gefsky.
Don't even risk it. I'm telling you, she's probably spot on. But man, doing shows with him, that's why you have to have a real estate professional to get you to the right people when you're making any kind of transaction.
Yeah, I think Marty's retired now, but you can always call Papernick and Gefsky, and they'll guide you in the right direction. But I would say your real estate contract, your listing contract, would supersede any issues that the partners have between them.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but we should alert the real estate agent and the auction house.
I definitely would. I wouldn't want to be caught off guard by that, especially if an offer is coming in. Then you don't have 4 willing sellers to sign off on a contract, and then why do you have it listed in the first place?
I follow.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you both for your help, and I'll give Marty a call as soon as I can next week.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Yeah, and Alan Papernick's son, who I remember when he was just a little boy, he's there now, and Bill Merchant, and Marty's son, I remember, went to Syracuse. He's all grown up. So boy, time doesn't stand still, does
No,
it?
it doesn't.
And we both had our daughters go to the prom last night.
We did. Oh,
Tough.
really tough. Like super happy.
I have 1 more year. Yours is a senior.
Yes, and this is it. And yes, super happy, super excited, and then really emotional. So
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was looking at her picture on my smartphone about 1 o'clock this morning going, You can cry. It's your basement. Nobody's here.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
your basement.
Yeah, you can cry. I mean, she's so full of life, you know.
Yeah,
just,
so excited and all, you know, glowing and
let me
gorgeous.
let me give you credit and her mother credit, because if it was up to the men to get them to the prom. Chris, right, Chris? Listen, my poor ex-wife, God bless her, I can't thank her enough, and I love her for what she did.
You men have no idea what
No.
goes on in the background getting a girl ready for the prom.
Did you do this to your mother, though?
No, I didn't, because my mom, I know my mom's not listening right now, but my dad is. My mom's in Portland, Maine for a meeting. But no, we had no shenanigans at my house and no drama. We weren't allowed to.
I think my mom actually. I think
no.
my mother made the dresses on a Singer sewing machine and sit here and knock yourself out, and when you're done, cut them off into mini skirts. That's it.
Reuse it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No, you know, my mom was always really great about, you know, getting me the dress and the hairdo. But if there was any miscellaneous drama that went on, it just didn't happen at my house. My dad wouldn't tolerate it.
What are you laughing at, Chris?
Because he knows.
But see, because I grew up with 5 sisters, I'm pretty good, though, at this type of thing.
Okay, I didn't have any sisters.
I mean, I really enjoy looking at the gown, the prom shoes. Maybe that says something about me, but still, I don't care, Brock. Do what you got to do, brother. But, you know, he's in there giving me shots. But I found it was a way for me to bond with my daughter. I've always liked going shopping with her and hanging out with her.
It's a really, really special time. And we have graduation coming up and the senior dinner dance. So this month of May, in addition to closing, I think I'm closing 22 properties this month, in the month of May. So
I forgot where these kids go to proms, too.
What?
Right? They go to these, like, beautiful, like the Marriott, my daughter. That wonderful
really
property
fancy.
right by the airport. I mean, gorgeous. We went to the gym and we had like boiled hot dogs.
That's what Chris said. Well, he went to school in York. I went to Gateway. Julia's graduated from Gateway this year. All my kids went to Gateway, but we always went to the Sheraton in Station Square, and it was a big deal. But this year they went to the Edgewood Country Club.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead. You sure can.
I just wanted to tell all of the fathers out there that this will be over soon. Just stay calm.
I don't want it to be over.
Just stay calm.
I don't want it to be over.
Listen, listen, that's all I kept thinking about. One more. A senior. That's it.
Yeah.
Man, and I've seen your beautiful young daughter, and you just hate seeing them grow up.
She's really special, but yeah, it's good. It's a tough month, work-wise, personal, all kinds of stuff.
I know, very
on.
emotional.
Yeah,
But it is.
Mother's Day's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
Can you imagine this guy being your dad with all this equipment? Just one more picture.
Yeah.
I don't.
We're streaming the Gateway Prom live on Facebook.
No, we
I
don't
know
do
better.
that. Yeah, Julia
Rob,
wouldn't tolerate that.
I stay completely
See, my
out of
daughter,
the way.
there's no pictures anywhere. She sends it to me, but she's like, Dad, I don't want them anywhere. She
Oh.
won't let her mother. She doesn't even belong. She's not even on Facebook.
Oh,
So-
I like to share. You know what? I like to share the successes.
Now,
and-
Twitter, Instagram, yeah, but not Facebook.
Okay, birthdays and things like that. But I'm pretty quiet on Facebook otherwise, unless I'm advertising a new house.
I'll tell you, the pictures that your husband takes of you in these houses,
Aren't they great?
I would buy the house even if I didn't want the house.
Well, you know what? We did it. I had relisted a house last week on Wednesday, and these folks were just so discouraged after having the house on the month for on the market rather for 10 months, I think.
Right.
And they were really just bummed out and discouraged and put a little bit of new energy in. Chris went over and did some drone footage for me and made this video. It was beautiful. I sold that house in a week. Gone.
Chris, how much difference do you think what you do does, honestly, and why I believe it's the wave of the future? Not that the multi-list won't always be a part of who we are in this business, but you got to think social media is really helping the real estate business.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lauren can answer that better. It gives our people an opportunity to see, the side of a piece of real estate or the ins and outs of what it is before they actually go. And I also think there's a little bit of drama added to it, and we all like a good TV show. So when you put a video together and you put some cool music together, it kind of draws you into that
It's
property.
it's the energy that you put into your business. I think that really counts, and I get it. Listen, I'm excited every day about selling houses. I am.
I know.
I love it.
You can tell.
Yeah, I love it.
You can tell. And you know when it works? At the end of the day, when you kick your shoes off and you're having that time with your husband, it's got to be very rewarding.
It is, and I'm, you know, aside from being like really busy, I get super excited all the time. I'm excited all the time about all kinds of stuff.
Hey, we were talking about add-ons real quick. We're going to go to a break here in a couple of moments. We'd love to hear from you. What about additions? Can they actually help hurt, or does it really matter?
It depends on where you live and how old the house is, and you know, are you better off just finding a new house,
right,
putting the money that you would have into an addition just into a new house, because sometimes the return on an addition, you know, if you plan on selling it right away, you're not going to get that money back.
Should you always, Lauren, when you own a house, buy a house, be thinking about selling a house down the road? Everything that you do, think long term, because eventually it's either you or your kids, but that house is going to go on the market.
Right. Well, I like to say enjoy your house, live in it, enjoy it, and if you want to make improvements to it, do it to enjoy them.
Right.
Unless you're an investor, unless you're planning on turning that property around in 3 months. But most people, you know, the first house they're in for 5 years, 5 to 7 years. And some people go quicker. I have clients who have 10 years in the business. I've sold them 3 houses. Bought and sold.
Really?
Yeah, they like to move. I like to move, you know, everybody's different, but when you're living in a house and you buy a new house, I always encourage you to maintain it. Do the big stuff. Take care of the roof, your mechanicals, and then update your cosmetics, your bathrooms and your kitchens and your floors and your lighting, all that kind of stuff over time, but enjoy it.
And you know what, the addition, when you think about it, I've never thought about it that way, but you might be better off just moving into another house.
Yeah, if you need more space.
Nobody's ever said it or approached it that way, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how I look at it, and I have people who call me and say, I'm thinking about putting an addition on my house, or do I just want to move and get a bigger house? Well, how attached are you to your neighborhood? Do you love it there? Do you have a strong network? Are your kids in the school that's in walking distance? Then yeah, it might make sense to put an addition on if you really love where you are. But if you need more space and you're looking to, you know, really expand, you're probably better off just getting another house.
Listen, you know, speaking of moving, we've never really talked about that. When we come back, I just got a couple of things for her about that, and maybe get some of her professional advice. But you know, the spring market upon us, you're thinking of selling that home, you have questions about certain aspects of that home that make you wondering as far as the retail value, the market value of the house. We'd love to hear from you. Anything, home inspections, you name it, closing costs, you know, the money you need to kind of get the ball rolling, that hand money. Please get on the line now and give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. We've got every line open, 866-391-1020, or Dollar Bank Instant Access, KDKARadio.com. We'll be back.
Yeah, well, I think it's probably opposite for women.
My sisters were so much fun growing up.
Were they?
Oh.
5 sisters.
Yeah, we had.
Do you have any brothers?
No.
Oh, say you
And them.
5
It was
girls.
fun. He actually worked in a mill.
Okay. Steel mill.
No, it wasn't a steel mill. It's where the cracker plant's being built right
Okay.
now. I know, Lauren. Listen, I'm not saying a word to anybody because I'm almost out the door. 61.
great.
You know what I think what happened to me was because I was such a free spirit for so long, when Kelly wanted to start going with her friends and drinking and going out, nothing bad, I wanted to hang with my kids. Because I'd done all that.
Yeah.
And I kind of grew up with all these people that she became friends with.
Yeah.
And that's where I think I just didn't want it. I wanted.
Deal. You've gotten a couple deals out of this. You closed on that
Yes.
big one in Squirrel Hill, and
Oh, nice.
you
Squirrel
referred Dr. Wong.
Dr. Wong,
Yeah,
excellent.
2 deals there.
Wonderful man.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot. It
Well,
really
I just
doesn't.
want you to be happy. That's all.
This is a.
You should have
this is
saw Rob's prom dress.
He's wearing it right now.
He looked beautiful.
Yeah.
You know who I really, I guess I
Poor
found,
His
you said
badunka
TV
dunk was
shows.
sticking
You
out.
said TV shows. I finally realized who I am because I have no life. I'm Charlie Sheen.
Oh, jeez.
That's
I got
you know what?
that one.
I watched it and I go like this. That's who
That's
I
you?
was.
Oh,
now.
That's great.
Not now.
That's great.
When he said that, I was like, yeah.
You just realized he found himself. I had to.
If I was to find myself, it wouldn't be Charlie.
I had.
It's the truth.
I had to. I had
what it
Do you
is.
realize what saying Charlie Sheen means?
I know.
He knows
I
exactly
know.
what it means.
Truth hurts.
All right,
that-
stop touching buttons.
Okay, right
Who's
to the
this,
phone.
Gene? Is that what it says, Gene? I can't see that. Ann. Ann or Gene?
These are the people who make Pittsburgh.
And we're back.
This is Pittsburgh Works on the voice of Pittsburgh.
All right, let's get Ann on the line for the Pittsburgh Property Diva on KDKA Radio from Jefferson Hills. Good morning, Ann. Welcome to KDKA Radio.
Hi, Rob. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Ann. How are you?
I want you to know I get up early on Saturday to listen to you.
I'm so glad. Thank you.
I do.
Thank you.
Here's my question.
I'm ready.
My husband and I are in our early 60s. We've lived in a house in Jefferson Hills that's a Cape Cod. It's in very good shape. We've kept it up all the years. But we're thinking down the road if we would have to sell and move into maybe a one-floor living, redoing or upgrading our bathroom.
Okay.
Downstairs is a tub and a shower in the whole thing. Upstairs is a shower stall bathroom.
Okay.
Question. If we were to take out the tub and do one of those fabulous walk-in showers downstairs, for resale value, do you have to have a tub in a house?
You do not have to have a tub. You do not. Now, upstairs, is your house a Cape Cod? Okay. So, I'm familiar with that, that style of house. So you have your bigger main bathroom on the main level, right?
Correct.
And then upstairs, you have a sink and a toilet and a stand-up shower.
Yeah.
Which one
That
is
is correct.
updated? Or neither?
Updated as far as the vanity, the floors are all updated.
Okay.
The tub is the original tub in the house, and my husband retiled the downstairs bathroom in the late 80s. It
Okay.
looks good, but it needs maintenance, with
Sure.
the caulking and that. So we were thinking of doing the complete conversion, the acrylic walls and relining the tub, or to go the walk-in shower.
I would not take the tub out, Ann, and I'll tell you why. If somebody moves into your house and they have kids,
Yep.
they want to give their babies a bath.
Yep.
And they won't be able to stick them in the shower. So
You're right.
if
You're
you
absolutely right.
if you have a shower upstairs, okay, and you want to make that shower, like, I know it's probably not very big, the stand-up shower, but if you, is it like one piece surround, or is it tile?
Upstairs?
Uh-huh.
Upstairs, it was the original shower. We've never replaced it. Probably put it in the 70s. It still works, but it's one of those Sears little square little showers you can walk in.
Okay.
And take your shower.
Well,
And we're wondering, do we replace the upstairs one first, or do the downstairs first, or, you know?
I would probably work on the upstairs and
really?
make that shower really, really cute and real special, and then maybe reglaze your tub downstairs and do some new tile work. But you don't need to pull that whole tub out if it's still in good shape.
Yeah, it is in good shape.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, so don't waste money on a new tub if you don't need one, and maybe do some new tile, but don't take your tub out. People won't have any place to bathe their babies.
And that was my instinct. That's what I thought. What do we do with little kids?
See, there you have it.
You confirmed it for me.
Well,
and
good.
Thank you.
Good, you're welcome. Thanks for calling.
You see, that's why you're good at what you do. Because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even known the first way to approach her to answer that question.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, moving. We'll talk about moving a little bit.
Moving.
How much should you really pack? Or do you think that it's safe enough? Because these are professionals to say, look, I'm not touching it. Don't even mention Tupperware. I'm out of here. Here's your duct tape. I'll see you at the next
Well,
house.
that is expensive, I will tell you. And most people don't have the budget for it, to have a company come in and pack up their whole house, unless they're like a corporate relocation where your company is paying for somebody else to come in and pack up your whole house for you. I mean, that's a super luxury. And
When you say your whole house, you mean dishes?
oh yeah,
Okay.
dishes, your silverware, your clothes, everything. Some people walk out of the house with their purse, okay, and maybe a change of clothes. And the movers, they come in, they pack everything up, they organize it.
So what do you suggest?
I suggest when you think you want to move, start packing. Start organizing yourself. Throw away things, okay? Don't pay to move stuff from one house to another house that you don't want, that you don't need, that you haven't used in 5 or 10 years or even 2 years. Don't pay to store it or to move it if you don't want it. But when it actually, when it boils down to moving, most people will pack up their own, their dishes and their clothes and all their knickknacks, and they'll get it organized in boxes and then have a moving company put it on the truck, move it to the new house and unload it. And some people don't even have the finances to do that. They'll rent a U-Haul, they'll pack up their own things, drive the U-Haul over, get some friends over for pizza and beer, and unload it.
People still do that.
Oh my goodness, all the time. Moving is expensive. Hiring a moving company and moving your things, even if you're just moving from one end of town to the other, and then you have people moving from across the country, and they're moving to Florida. So it can be very expensive, and I think obviously the less you have to move, the cheaper it's going to be.
But when it comes to two things, heirlooms, obviously you got to have the right people, and the heavy lifting.
Right.
You don't, especially if you're my age, you don't want to hurt yourself, for this
Right, or if
last
you're
time.
my size and you can't lift anything, really.
My money's on you, believe me. All I know is that's something I think that you should talk to your real estate person about too.
Sure.
Because those are tips that I think the average person doesn't realize. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and if I had heirlooms that I needed to pack, I would probably pack them myself. And, in the bubble wrap and tissue paper and all those kinds of things, and keep them someplace safe, because I don't want anybody throwing that stuff around.
Listen, I know it differs for each and every situation, but what's the average to-pack and unpack time-wise? Week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks?
It really depends on how much stuff you have and how many distractions you have. Like, some people are single. It's pretty easy for them to move in, get their stuff unloaded. If people have 2 or 3 kids and a newborn, that takes on a whole new meaning for moving. It's not easy, and you might do one room at a time for a week or two and just do the best you can. I have a lot of people who just take a blow-up mattress and you know, sleep on the floor and unpack as they go along. It's not, yeah, it's very overwhelming. So the more organized you are, and again, the less stuff you have to move, the easier and cheaper it will be to move.
You mean like pitch it?
Pitch it,
Pitch
give
it.
it away, call the vets.
Yard sale.
Call Salvation Army, call the vets. There are tons of places that need stuff that you probably don't need or want anymore, and you just have it and, you know, get rid of it. Don't pay to move it.
All right, listen, we've got an hour of open talk. Next hour, we're going to talk about what you want in your president, kind of carry over what we were discussing this morning. And we've got a lot of other things to get to as well. We'll talk about the president's speech to the NRA. And did he really, you know, step aside with some of his earlier comments from the Parkland shooting, as that is still foremost in a lot of folks' minds when they think of gun violence. And we're going to talk about whether or not he should actually sit down with Robert Mueller, and something we're going to carry over that part of the hour tomorrow morning as well. So please stay with us. Much more of your Saturday with Rob Pratt and the Pittsburgh Property Diva, Lauren Klein, Coldwell Banker, Murraysville, when we get back on KDKA Radio. Good morning. Oh yeah.
I'm glad it's getting green outside, and that I don't have to wear a coat, and I was starting to get real crabby.
How's Erin doing?
She's great. She's studying for a real estate exam.
Wow.
Yeah. Gonna get her license so she can, so I can actually go on vacation for real.
Do you think you ever will, though?
No.
I don't even think he goes on vacation and slows down.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Chris doesn't have any trouble.
Chris, you can't stop videoing, man. I know. I get it. Believe me, I respect it.
Yeah. No, I relax better than Lauren does.
Yes.
That's
He's definitely better at it than I am.
yeah. When we're someplace warm, I can kick back and just say, you know,
Let it go.
Yeah. She has tough. I mean, she has difficulty.
It's
a struggle.
Make a great duo. You know, those best of shows are not bad. They really, I mean, you can't tell that they're, unless something's dated. I mean, they sound pretty good.
What
He's
shows?
talking about the shows
When
we run when
the
we're not.
pre-recorded ones, when you don't come
Oh.
in. Yeah, they work.
Okay, good. Hon, do you have any news on Pittsburgh Beautiful that you need to share in the next segment, the last segment?
You're welcome. You're gonna do nothing with the marathon tomorrow, obviously.
Oh, Lord.
No, I don't think I am.
Remember those
I don't
days?
even
And then I was 18 going, you promised me your daughter's not coming home. And then it was like, where did she go? I am paying for everything. I can't even him anymore on that show, because it just does remind me my horrible life. My poor mother, if she even knows half of it right now. But I haven't done anything in 10 years, Mom.
That's
I can hear her now. You wait till I die.
Yeah.
My own sisters threw me under the bus. They all did.
That's what sisters are for.
I would never do it to them. I would never do to my worst enemy what's been done. I would never do it. I don't care if they offered me $1 million cash. I wouldn't hurt any of my friends.
Sisters aren't friends, Rob.
They're the love of my life, and they've tortured me. And I would never hurt them for all the money in the world, or my ex-wives, ever.
I didn't grow up with sisters. I have one brother.
My
Just my brother and me.
My sisters are the very best of the best. But you know, I'm at that age now. All right, Pittsburgh Beautiful, and that it is. What a perfect name, and it's seen by 500,000 people a week. And if you've not checked it out, you check it out and you're going to go, now I know why everybody's talking about Pittsburgh Beautiful. It really is a beautiful place, isn't it, Chris Klein?
It is. It's absolutely gorgeous, especially on sunny days.
Yeah.
Which thankfully we're seeing a few.
There was a lot of traffic coming in here this morning too. I was surprised.
That's because I have that audience out in the parking lot.
Right.
They always have to get it.
That's what that was.
That's what that was.
Yeah. Well, I was down at the Pittsburgh Business Show last week. Was that last week?
Yes.
Time goes by so
It
fast.
does.
But it was the second annual Pittsburgh Business Show,
Right.
and I think it was a huge success. It was the one side of the convention center was completely packed with businesses,
Nice.
startups and local businesses that have been around, and I met a lot of great people, and I think we've got a lot of interesting things coming, but I don't want to say anything yet because nothing's in ink. But,
Okay.
you know, maybe some merchandise,
Okay.
t-shirt kind of stuff. Who knows? I don't know
Alright.
if he's listening right now.
People
So.
from Pittsburgh love merchandise.
Little keychain, pen, coffee cup.
Well,
Yeah.
it's stuff. They love to laugh about themselves
Well, and celebrate
yeah.
our weirdness.
Yes. Yes.
You know, because we are special.
Oh yeah.
People,
Pittsburgh
original
people are special.
Pittsburghers
Yeah.
are special people.
Yeah.
We're our own breed.
You're incredibly special.
Thank you.
You know, about
It's
2
true.
minutes ago, I
It's true.
completely lost what we were talking about.
I don't remember.
No, we were talking about just what you do on this
Oh,
show. but
yes.
Tell the
Yeah,
folks what
yeah.
you do.
Yeah. Well, Pittsburgh Beautiful is it's a Facebook page that I started about 9 years ago, and
Has it been that long?
yeah, it was started in 2009, and it was just a hobby, and it caught on over the years, and people in the region, and now people that visit from all over the world, they'll take a snapshot of something that they see in the region. Either it's in the city, out of the city, their families, at a Pirates game or a Pens game or at a park, and they share it on the timeline, and then we reshare it, and we're up to close to 180,000 followers now on Facebook, and
That's
over
incredible.
almost 50,000 on Instagram, and
I don't know anybody's pulling those kind of numbers.
well, you know, I don't take any credit for that. It's I don't see it as me pulling numbers. I see it as people have come together on these two sites and decided that this is where they want to share what they feel is beautiful about where they live, and they just keep sharing it with each other.
It's a feel-good site.
And we need a lot of that.
We
Yeah.
we need more of it, I think, and it's also a really good place for local businesses to do advertising
Yes.
and have the opportunity to put a blog post on about their business and what they do, and we're huge supporters of local businesses, so
It's because we are a local business.
yeah,
You know, and I think Pittsburghers in general are some of the hardest working people I think I've ever seen.
Amen.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, it's a labor of love for me. I've said it before, and I'll say, and my wife knows, you know, it's something that it's an addiction. It's a labor of love. It's the stories that I get when people share from their past and the pictures that they send. I mean, it gives you chills to think that people are actually moved this much by the place they live and the memories they have, and that's really what it's about. And yes, local businesses can benefit from being a part of it, and that's what's Pittsburgh Beautiful about it is that we can incorporate the entire region into this site.
I'll tell you what's so amazing about what you do and what he does, and he's telling these stories every day. People are telling these stories. I don't think people understand what real estate really means until you see a for sale sign on the house that you grew up in.
oh yes,
That really puts a whole new spin on.
It
You know, home
really
home
does.
is where the heart is.
and truthfully, when I have the privilege of listing a house for a family that they grew up in, it is so sentimental, and it's so special, and there really is a lot of emotional attachment to those houses. And you know, I have a family right now that I'm working with, and they grew up in the house. There's 7 siblings, and I actually sold the house to a couple with 7 children. How crazy is that?
Play the number.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So you know, things work in mysterious ways. But yes, there's a lot of emotion that goes into selling your family home.
You know, the things that I really appreciate about this region, when I leave here on the weekends, and as I told your husband, I've been doing the weekends since like 84, 85.
Wow.
So every Saturday, Sunday on my ride home, I just like to take my time. And one of the things that I really appreciate are real estate open houses on Sundays.
You like them?
Always have,
Yeah.
from like noon to 4, and the balloons, whatever the color
Yeah.
of the and you know, open house with the arrow. And then a lot of times I've pulled off Main Street and kind of gone back and see if the house is busy. And here's a question. Say if somebody's not really thinking about buying, and you can jump in if you want, Chris. If somebody's not really thinking even of buying or selling, but they just want to get a feel, kick the tires, because your show maybe has got people interested. Can you just go to open houses?
Sure. People do it all the time.
Without even any intentions of buying?
Without any intention of buying. And I have people that I have seen all the time over the last 10 years. But that's okay, because it brings energy. You know, other people will see a car pulling in and people getting out, and they say, oh, maybe I'll stop too. Just come in. You're always welcome to come into an open house. In fact, that's the best place if you have no intention of buying a house, but you just want to be nebby. Stop in an open house. It's the truth. You can be nebby as you want.
A sub-zero fridge. Let's see what's inside.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's important just to get an idea what's going on in the world around you.
Sure.
I'm not like actually window shopping literally by going in, but I want to see, like, and I want to see what the market value, and I want to know what's popular, what areas are growing, and new subdivisions. I mean, I just want to know that. I've been like that for 25 years since doing those shows with Marty years ago.
Well, I have lots of people out in the East that like to do that every Sunday. They go to church, they go to lunch, and they hit open houses. And that's what they do. And they never buy a house. And if they do, they keep coming to open houses.
But I can't get over the fact that prices are just nowhere near what I thought they would be.
Things are increasing a little tiny bit at a time in some areas and a lot in other areas.
You actually think that shell plant in Beaver County is making that much of a difference?
Absolutely. When you bring jobs in, people need a place to live. They don't want to rent, they want to buy.
Maybe I could rent the attic out. $1,500 a month.
You could sublet out your basement if you wanted to.
No, nobody gets into my basement.
No.
Listen, nobody gets into my basement. Hey, I want folks to understand, listen, we love doing this show with her every week, but the whole idea is what she does during the rest of the weekend and throughout the week. And if you're looking to do something in the way of real estate and you're just curious, she welcomes calls, 412-628-8286, 412-628-8286. You can actually call her right now. And Chris, you've got the final minute. Am I right when I say your wife loves talking to people about real estate? And it's not so much about getting the deal. She just likes talking real estate with people.
Yes, you're right.
I know.
I do. I like it.
I mean, everybody's going to think I'm biased, so we'll just stick to the facts. Yes, there is rarely a moment that goes by, whether she is awake or even asleep, that she's not talking about real estate.
That's good.
And I enjoy every moment of it.
That's why you guys are a great tandem. Hey, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Great,
Thank you.
Great show, great show. Please, folks, pick up the phone, make a call. If you're thinking real estate, Coldwell Banker, Murraysville. Think Lauren Klein, think Pittsburgh Property Diva, 412-628-8286. Listen, next hour, more open talk, and then Andy and the boys and True Value. And then, of course, we're going to have somebody from Members Choice Vacation here today at AAA Central Packing Travel. Great airfare savings to Europe. And then in the noon hour, Dr. Michael Bacter is here. Stay with us. Good morning. You guys do, you're in a great profession.
Well, we make a pretty good team.
But how much?